your hosts, Joseph DeGolier and Caleb Schweiss. This is Ultima.
Welcome to another episode of Ultima Final Fantasy, the ultimate Annunciation Final Fantasy podcast. I am your host, Caleb.
I am your other host, your very tired host, Joseph DeGolier.
Today we are going to be reviewing the very long Chains of Promathia expansion for Final Fantasy XI. The only reason why we say it's very long is because we are playing Treasures of Urgan right now, and it is very not long.
Well,
there's a lot of cutscenes.
Yeah.
But the quests are much shorter than the...
So we averaged about 4.5 quests, so let's say we averaged 5 quests, 5 times 8, so we had 40 quests in total for Chains of Promathia.
Yeah.
And it took us 2 weeks, and we are doubling the fuck down on Urgan.
Yeah, we're trying to get done before September 2nd, which is like the start of the second week of school this semester. This is because, well, for one, I'm going to be in night classes, so the FF11 time, I don't know where it would be. And for two, we want to make sure we get at least one more game, one more little spin-off before we get into Final Fantasy 15, because that's going to be a big game. We're going to take our time.
Yeah, we are going to, let's just say it now, we're going to take our time. And that means I'm going to give 15. I mean, unless it turns out to be a 20-hour game, which I don't think it is.
No, I doubt it.
I'm going to give 15 the due diligence of waiting 10 years. I waited 10 years for some version of this game to come out.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give it 3 months. Not only does it give our listeners 3 months to catch up and play the game before I do a spoilerific review of the story, it also gives us time to not... I mean, some of these games we do feel... It feels like we're rushing through it. And
yeah.
I don't think the games are meant to be played that way, first off. And second off, once again, waiting 10 years for this game. So, yeah, I'm going to take my time on 15. It's going to take us 3 months. So September... Or it'll be... September 30th, right? So October, November, December. So it'll be January by the time we have our review. I mean, unless we get done early for some reason.
Yeah, I'm totally okay with that. That will give us a lot of time to go through and hit up the Final Fantasy VII stories that we haven't done. There's all sorts of episodes of that we haven't hit yet. There's the Final Fantasy X novelization that we have to do, unfortunately.
How should we split that up? Are we going to read half of it, or we read the whole thing?
I don't know. We could do a special thing.
I believe that Pixel from the livestream.net has given us a link for the 10.2 novelization translation. It'd be great if someone could hand that to us again, since we've changed our forum.
Yeah, the link is no longer there. There was that. I checked it. It looked like it was fine, and then there was one other thing with 10 that we can do. There's all sorts of Final Fantasy content out there that this will give us a good chunk of time to actually make it through.
That's true. We won't be doing an expansion every other week.
Yeah.
So, guys, this is a review episode, but once again, if you were here for the Rise of the Xylard episode, we are doing the review for this expansion of 11 within our discussion segment, so it won't be like a 2-hour ordeal. We already reviewed 11, so this is just the expansion to it.
Right. Gameplay's, it's the same thing, because every time they release an update, it just updates everything. So.
Right. Okay, so real quick, before we get into it, you can go to youtube.com/Ultima Final Fantasy. Check us out there. You can go to facebook.com/Ultima Final Fantasy, as well as twitch.tv/Ultima Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Check us out playing FF11 constantly.
Yeah, it's been a lot, so there's tons of content to go through.
You can support us on Patreon. $1 a month gives you the episodes as soon as we're done mixing them. Special thanks to our Patreon donors, by the way. And make sure you go to ultimafinalfantasy.com for all your Ultima Final Fantasy needs, including join our forums, please God. You can tweet me at Joseph Vigolier.
Me and the show at UFF Podcast.
And you can call us at 385-204-3921 and leave us a message. I think we already kind of covered it, but we're in Ottergon right now.
Yeah. I am at the start of mission 25.
I got to mission 18, and it said to wait until Japanese midnight, so I did. But apparently, for that specific mission, you only have to wait, I think, a Vanadil day.
Yeah, it's weird. I think it needs to be a new Japanese midnight since the last Japanese midnight requirement, is what Krenatol and I think it is. And when it's that, you still have to wait the next Vanadil day, though. So it's like, it's really weird.
I'm so confused by what you just said.
All right, so Japanese midnight happens every midnight, right?
Well, wait, can we explain the Japanese midnight thing? Because this is a new thing.
In these expansions, there are points that you cannot reach. You just have to wait until Japanese midnight. So when the clock strikes 12 a.m. in Japan, then the next mission unlocks. This is kind of a way of passing time in real life and like joining it in some sick way to the video game universe.
Bastards.
I know. And that's what we've been running into. We ran into this a couple days ago. I'm going to run into it again later on tonight when I play again. And the wiki just says, wait until Japanese midnight. And every time it says that, it has been true until now. And me and Krenatol, one of the listeners, what we think it is it's Japanese midnight since the last time the game made you wait for Japanese midnight. So, like, I can get to 33 now. But I think you can only get to 25. Because the 25 has Japanese midnight. But there's another caveat of that. It's
okay.
I have to not only wait for Japanese midnight, but I have to wait for the game's next day with that. So right now, I was going to do Quest 25 this morning, but I had to wait till the new day, and it was only like 7 a.m.
Some bullshit way of being like, don't play all day, guys.
Yeah.
But yet, let's make this the world's biggest game that takes the longest to get from place to place in. And thus you're like,
gotta play all day.
Gotta play all day, guys.
Yeah.
What is this bullshit?
I don't know. It's odd. Honestly, from the outside, it's kind of a cool idea. But since I have to deal with it, I don't like it very much.
I'm hoping that we don't run into too many of those in Wings of the Goddess, the next expansion, which is like, it's twice as big as Ottergon.
Yeah, one of the listeners said Ottergon was longer, but I'm not sure if they meant like total content or what.
I don't know, because so far Ottergon, with the exception of a mission where you had to get a specific item, which you either had to craft or get from the auction house, and luckily Krenatol got the shirt that fits all.
Yes.
Because there was nothing else available for my character, the Red Mage, to get at the auction house that wasn't 300,000 gil.
Yeah, it was bad.
So thank God for Krenatol, by the way. That is one quick thing, which is another stupid fucking mission as well. Because if that shit wasn't available, it'd be like, well, better start crafting all the way to level 90 leatherwork craft. And like, I don't even know where to start with the crafting at 11. Like, fuck if I know, right?
Yeah.
Fuck me. Fuck me for trying to beat this fucking game.
Well, you don't really beat MMOs is the whole moral of the story here.
But that's what we're doing, motherfucker.
Yeah, I know. It's not right, but it will be done.
Playing through all the major story arcs of FF11.
Yeah.
Yeah, so middle of Ottergon.
Ottergon
is 48
Yeah,
missions,
it is.
And we should be done. We did the math, or you did the math. It was by Tuesday, right?
Yeah, if we keep hitting it like we are, if we just make it to the Japanese midnight bullshit and then just wait till midnight, we can get it done by
So
Tuesday.
this is a solid 4 to 5 hours of playing a day.
Oh yeah, and I was planning on doing an 11
I think Nude Clan is going to suffer. We don't have time to play Diablo 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll have to talk about that on Nude
Well,
Clan.
Diablo 3, you have to realize, is still a month away.
So is the end of FF11.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
I think we're gonna have to move some stuff around.
We might.
Honestly, we'll have to move some stuff around. But we won't sacrifice UFF. We're gonna sacrifice Nude Clan if that happens. But we'll figure that out when we record Nude Clan. So you Nude Clan listeners, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We gotta beat 11. Okay. All right. Shall we talk about our last expansion?
Yeah. Get
Wait.
into some chains.
Or should we talk about news?
Yeah, we usually do news.
Let's talk about news then. and I'll let you just pull up the drop.
Could have stopped it.
Oh. Wrong
How
drop.
about that?
Do you want me to just cut it?
No.
No? This is a fucking mess.
It's raw. All right, so today we got lots of news.
Thank you, Shinru, by the way. Forgot to say thank you for the last 2 weeks. Really appreciate the fact that you put up news, and some other people put up news as well, but we changed our forums, so I can't remember who they were.
Yeah.
But thanks a lot. By the way, our new forums are freaking awesome, and I can just log into them on the phone, and it's beautiful.
Yes,
so
please
there's some
join.
news for you.
All right, so the first chunk of news, a Final Fantasy 15 game has been inspired, and this is by one man. The Final Fantasy 15, so when this guy saw trailers a few years ago, he was so blown away by it that he decided to make his own video game that looks kind of like Final Fantasy 15. Korean indie developer Yang Bing saw the trailer and decided that he was going to make this game titled Lost Soul Aside using Unreal Engine 4.
He just wanted it to look like 15, or?
Yeah, kinda. And I mean, looking at these screenshots, that definitely looks like Noctis.
Yeah, that looks like a knockoff Noctis. That looks like a Shasta Noctis. Is there an East Coast version of Shasta?
I don't know.
I don't know. Like when you go to Walgreens, whatever brand of soda there is,
that's not normal cola.
That's not like normal Coca-Cola, like whatever cola.
Yeah.
We got Shasta over here, so it's Shasta Cola.
Yeah, so apparently it features a similar warp item, so like you can warp to enemies and attack them, but that seems to be the extent of how close it is. And it's a one-man team as far as we know right now.
That's pretty impressive looking just from the screenshots of a one-man team.
Yeah, he has been working on it for a couple years though, but I mean, Square has too, so like, we'll see who comes
Square
out.
has like 100 people working on this thing for like 8 years or.
Yeah,
whatever.
so there's that. We also got some more World of Final Fantasy news here. We got 4 Mirages that are released. These are going to be some of the game's monsters. We have a baby Shiva right here. A Kotamai, which is like a weird little turtle dude.
Kotamai.
Werebat, and Death Skull. That thing looks pretty sweet.
Death Skull looks awesome.
Yeah, of course, World of Final Fantasy
like
is...
a little green Grim Reaper.
Yeah, it's set to be released October 25th for PlayStation 4 and PS Vita in North America, 27th in Japan, and 28th in Europe.
And it will take us a while to get to it.
Yes, it will. So enjoy those screenshots, and don't expect a review anytime soon. Also, another chunk of news, that dude who we were talking about like 2 seconds ago that made the game, he has been contacted by Sony and Epic, and they are interested in what he's doing. So perhaps his game could actually get finished up if he gets any sort of studio backing. Like, people are interested in what he's done so far. The guy has talked about, or a lot of people have contacted him about opening up a crowdfunding thing, but he's not really comfortable doing that yet just because of the amount of stress that would place on the project. Having people monetarily backing it, like, he doesn't want it to...
Oh, so he's like a spoony experiment sort of thing? Or...
Yeah, the more money you get, the less you want to do, kind of a deal.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, real great, that guy, real great. That's pretty much it for news. Googled everything, the rest of it's stuff we all know. Oh, no, shit, there's one more thing. Final Fantasy 15 has a season pass. Now...
Oh, shit, that's right. We got a Twitter for this.
What does season pass mean to you, Joe?
Nothing, because I don't have PlayStation Network because I'm broke.
Okay. Well, season pass to me means they release the game, you pay $60 for the game, and then you pay another $50 for extra content that comes down the line. Which
all extra content?
Yeah, it's
or is
usually
it just for the season.
it's usually all of it. I don't think there's normally multiple seasons. A season pass usually means any sort of update that comes out you get for free.
I don't call it like a series pass.
I don't know.
Season pass is a shitty title for that.
It is a shitty title because the one I got for Battlefront...
Makes it sound like it'll only last a year or something.
Yeah, the one I got for Battlefront is good through like this December, I think, or
January. So there is a time limit.
Well, it's every expansion they plan on releasing, is what it is. So as of right now, we don't really know a whole lot of what it's going to be. I mean, they have listed what the DLC includes, and one of them is Booster Pack, Episode Gladiolus Holiday Pack, Episode Ignis, Episode Prompto, and Expansion Pack. And this thing's going to be $25 if you buy it digitally. Now, this really bugs me because I'm probably not going to buy it digitally.
No.
I want to buy a physical copy. I want to have the awesome little tin. I want to have all of the fancy shit, right? And this makes it to where I can't. As of right now, what I'm seeing is that it's only available when you buy it. I'm assuming they'll be able to they'll release it to everybody afterwards, or else no one will get the content, and it'll be really dumb. But since we are still in the pre-order stage, it's that's what we're looking at right now. And I don't like the fact that they have a season pass for a Final Fantasy game. It kind of seems wrong. Like,
No, well, besides the online games, we've had full. I mean, I think there was expansions for the 13.2 or something like that.
13.3 had an online thing, or 13.2. One of those two had some sort of online deal.
I thought there might have been like a small amount of extra story content, which it looks like with these episode, the characters' names afterwards. It seems to be that way with 15, which it does make me sad, but it also, like, I know this is just a way to make money, so that's okay. Another thing is that the game itself will be a complete game. They're not saying, oh, you get the full experience if you don't buy the DLC.
Yeah.
Well, in which case I would be fucking livid.
Yeah, and that has happened in the past. I mean, there was a Tiger Woods game I played that I couldn't continue the main story, like the progression.
The main story of the...
Well, the main story of my golfer becoming god tier. I couldn't go to the next tournament because it was one I had to pay to get the map for. And we're talking like, even now, I can't just get the maps because it's 6 years old. I have to buy the maps still, and it's like, well, let's throw another 60 into it.
Jeez.
No, I won't do it. But for this game, I probably will. It looks like there's a decent amount of content. I do wish they would reveal what it is, and it is kind of risky to me to have a season pass, expect people to buy it, but not really show anything about what you're going to be getting with it. And we haven't played the game yet. It's not like, they come out with a season pass for BioShock where they have a little DLC, extra missions. Everyone's like, oh yeah, BioShock's amazing, yada yada. Well, we'll grab that. Shout out to whoever on the forums told me to never talk about first-person shooters on this show. Take it. And also, that's just a different mentality. The game's already out. Everybody loves it. It's a great game. FF15's not out, and they want us to throw another 25 into it to get this season pass thing. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but...
I mean, there have been rumors of online modes and stuff like that. And
yeah, which would be cool if they do it right, I guess. I don't know what it would
I can't
entail.
even think about what it could possibly be.
I don't know. Like group dungeons, maybe, certain hunts that you can jump online with each other to do. That'd be cool.
Yeah, maybe. I guess because the other three characters in your party are not controlled by you in any direct way. So you could legitimately have gameplay that someone else is controlling.
Yeah.
Prompto or Ignis or whatever.
It just turns into like FF14 primal
almost,
fights.
Almost, yeah.
So,
that's
right.
crazy. I haven't thought about that, but since you don't control the other characters,
Yeah,
there
maybe.
is legitimately an option for a two-player game. Although I don't want this to spread around as, oh, Final Fantasy 15 is going to have a two-player mode.
Right. It's just a possibility.
I mean, it's a possibility. The way they have the game set up so far is that you only control one character.
Yeah, out of 4.
Yeah.
So you could have, 4 people. It's technically.
I know with the two-player with the older games on the PlayStation, you could legitimately have a second controller. Now, I never figured out how the fuck to get it going or start it, right?
Yeah.
But I know that people have done it. You have one person that like controls where you go, and the second person, when a battle starts, has control of like 2 other characters in the party.
It's like 2 and 2.
Yeah.
Now that would be easier. I mean, think about it. You get strats that you can just employ really quickly. Like, all right, whenever we start, cast haste, and then you can just do your attacks or whatever, and then rely on them to cast haste. Just like in 14 or 11, it's just adding buffs.
Yeah.
It's a cool idea.
Yeah. That's interesting. I don't know. I'm kind of like, my mind's kind of like clicking away. Like, what do they have in mind?
Yeah, because there's so little released on it other than these names that It could be. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Which is fine. Keep it
Yeah.
mysterious. Right?
Yeah, keep it mysterious. I hopefully they open it up to everybody because as of right now, all I'm seeing is that it's when you buy digitally, you can upgrade to buy the season pass, which I'm not going to buy digitally. So come on, Square, get your money from me.
All right. Well, now I think it's time to get into Chains of Promathia. Let's do it. I'm gonna have to take a 2-minute break.
All right.
You can pause the stream, or you can talk to no one.
Yeah, talk to the no one that's here. Yeah. Come on, guys.
Here, I'll give it twice in 2 dimensions.
Yeah, yellow Schweiss and like pink Schweiss.
Yeah, that's racist.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we got here. I think I'm going to go grab another energy drink and then we'll kick into the story review. Let's throw a little chat on here. See what y'all are saying. Once people show up, of course, which they may never. Who can say? Bam! Oh, ew. You good?
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta tell you. So last night I was after about midnight when I got back on 11. I went to go grab some caffeine because I was pretty fucking tired, right?
Right.
And I grabbed a couple what I thought was Diet Coke cherry, and I just downed them. And then when I went to bed, I chucked them. I threw away the bottles, and then I looked at it and I was like, "Oh, is that calories on there?" And then it turns out I just bought two cherry Cokes and just downed them. So like 140.
Oh, you're
calories.
out. You are out.
I checked today and it still showed trace, but I don't know if that's accurate. I should definitely be way out of ketosis from that. I was pissed, man. I was like, God, I thought I grabbed the ones, but I guess not. So that was kind of shitty.
Yeah, you make mistakes.
It's so dumb. I was just like, Coke.
Yeah, that's really dumb.
And I was gonna get a fountain drink, but then I was like, no, I'll get a bottle. It's easier. Wouldn't have messed up on the fountain. I know that. All right, man, you ready?
We have 41 minutes of remaining time on our Zoom.
On our Zoom.
Yeah.
Sounds like we gotta clear some shit off real quick.
Or is it? It's on MP3.
All right, guys, give us 1 sec.
The sound files for the Patreon episode are still on the desktop, right?
I think so.
Okay. I wouldn't clear them all off. Just clear off the first few so that we can make sure to not fuck up. Fuck uppy. Oh boy. Technical difficulties. If you want to skip ahead, do it.
I'll get rid of the first 10.
I think it was like somewhere in the middle.
I'll get rid of the first 20.
I'll check on the desktop. What files are on there?
Well, I'm not gonna play them.
No. Just look and see what their names are, so you don't.
They're just named Zoom.
What's the number?
64, 65, 63.
Okay. Don't delete the 60s. That's what I'm saying. But that should be enough space now.
Yeah, that was probably like 5 hours of pod. It's kind of ridiculous. We got that much.
Oh, it's the 2 gig one. That's why.
The 2 gig one. What
Yeah.
the fuck's the other one?
I think it's somewhere in your cabinet there.
Boy.
I've seen little USB or little stick in there at some point.
Well,
Okay,
what do we got now?
we got 6 hours.
We should be able to get this done
Yeah.
in 6 hours, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you're like Final Fantasy 11 Chains of Promathia was released. You can start when you want.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah. Final Fantasy XI Chains of Promathia was released on September 16th, 2004 and September 21st, 2004, everywhere else. This is the only expansion thus far that has not included new jobs. It's kind of interesting. Xylard had some, obviously. Some in the future will have them. All of them will have them in the future. This is the only one they've released that didn't have jobs.
Huh.
Kind of strange, but whatever.
It's only a year after the game was released.
Yeah, so I mean, whatever. Just like with Rise of the Xylard, the game's main composer and arranger is Naoshi Mizuta. We also get a wonderful return of Final Fantasy XI's Distant Worlds, featuring Izumi Masuda.
Yeah, I don't know if I love that version as much as the Distant Worlds live concert version.
Yeah, no,
it's not as good. Her voice is not quite as trained or as well. I would say as well trained in the English. Why? What is up with that? What is up with the Japanese pop songs that
have bad English
are sung by a Japanese person? Eyes on Me was not sung by a Japanese person. It was sung by a Chinese person.
Yeah.
But in Japan, this seems to be prevalent with the music that I've heard from there. There's a lot of English vocals with the Japanese music, and they are not native English speakers, so it just sounds really weird to English speakers. Like, it doesn't sound right.
I don't know. I don't know why they do it. I know they know they have a big audience here in America. Maybe that's why. They want it to be English so that we get it. Although, they come out with FF10's theme, and it's not in English.
Well, that's fine.
That's great, yeah.
Yeah, it's better.
I know, the English one on that one is actually not that bad either.
But, I mean, it's a good song regardless, but it does sound kind of odd with her voice on there.
Yeah, we found ones that are much better.
Oh, yeah.
On
better.
YouTube. There's some great ones. But yeah, no, there is a nice return to that, and that was probably my favorite cutscene in the whole game.
Yeah.
Alright, so the story starts out in Delkfutt's Tower.
Delphux.
Yes.
Come on, say it right.
With a bunch of Genoan scientists getting blasted by an explosion due to a reversal of energy flow to the crystal. Yeah, those guys get crushed. The ducal guards rush to the scene and encounter a boy who they take back to Juno. When we visit the kid, he gives us an amulet. Dun, This is that kid with the that kid that's like really foggy. He's
Yeah.
basically black and white. Yeah. We skip a bit ahead where Bahamut emerges from the water, giving us a warning that the Keeper of the Apocalypse is near. We then adventure to the three crags, Hala, me, and Dem. We made that joke about 50 times on the stream, too. Just Hala! Going on down to Hala. And are drawn into a Promathia. We defeat the enemies in the area and come to the Mother Crystal. I'd like to add Promathia was really awesome when we first got there. That was that weird area after the crags, and it was like pulled into this underground thing, and it was like dark. We had to go fight those circle dudes and then open up the teleporters on the ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that place is cool.
Yeah, Ottergon has erased my memory.
Yeah, Ottergon is cool too, but the areas in this expansion were great. It is here that we run into Nag Malata, a Junoian diplomat. He attempts to slay us to keep the crystal safe, but is stopped by the mysterious boy that we met earlier. When we reach a later crag, Nag Malata reveals that the boy has released emptiness, which is a destructive force on the crystal.
Huh.
We will learn what emptiness is later. We defeat the empty at the Mother Crystal, whatever the hell that means. We travel to the Tavnazian Archipelago for the first time.
Is that the second time in this show that you have mispronounced archipelago?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's
I just
really-
want to have marked down.
Whatever. It sounds
That's
better
okay.
the way I say it.
Archipelago. Okay.
Archipelago. Yeah, that is right.
Archipelago.
When we're unconscious, a group of Tartaros, the Chibuki siblings, steal our amulet and take it to their leader of Tavnazia, Prish, because Prish also has a.
Prish is featured very prominently in this expansion.
Yes, she is. She is I would say, the protagonist, almost.
Yeah, almost.
Everything is centered around her for the most part.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the adventurer.
Yeah, the
Great
adventurer.
Nuborius.
The
They call
adventurer.
him Sir Nuborius whenever he's in the cutscene. I don't know if you get the same cutscene, but
Yeah.
in my cutscenes they all say Sir Nuborius.
Yeah, I'm knighted too. So Prish returns to town with her friend Olmia after checking the area out. She informs the party of the monsters amassing at Cape Reverne. Prish then returns our amulet, which is strangely identical to her own, and she wants to confront Bahamut in Cape Reverne for answers, because Bahamut is, he's a wise man, wise dragon. We find out that Nag Malata and the Chibuki triplets are already there. It's troublesome little shits. We run into them singing an ancient song to Bahamut, proving that Nag Malata is a Kalu, an ancient race.
Yeah, so the Distant Worlds song
Uh,
is actually, for those who don't know, is actually a song in the game that people sing that's like a traditional old song.
yeah.
So there's kind of a meta weird thing going on there.
Yeah, there is, definitely. It's like part of the lore, I guess.
Yeah, it's part of the lore.
Knowing certain verses, like, shows that you are a certain race because, like, it's been lost in time, kind of a thing. And that's what they end up using for Bahamut. Like,
And no single, anthropologist decided to write down all the different verses from
I guess,
all the different
yeah,
nations.
no one thought of that, oddly.
It's an adventurer society.
Yeah, so Bahamut decides to honor the ancient pact made with the Kalu ages prior, and Bahamut is subdued by Esha Natarl, another Xylart, and he's trapped in a magic web, which, of course, he's probably not very happy about. Well, we all then travel to Juno and turn ourselves in, because we're wanted for treason, which was awesome, for attacking the people who captured Bahamut. It looked like we were attacking their people. And really, yeah, we kind of were, but they were in the wrong, so we got basically arrested. And we had to deal with Wolfgang being a cock. So anyway, we speak with Esha Natarl, who is smoking. It's the blonde chick in the game. The one in the royalty lady that we meet, that we see a bunch of times.
Yeah.
She's got the long blonde hair.
Okay.
She's
All right.
awesome.
Is it only because she's blonde? Is that
I don't know. No, her character model is very well done. So she suggests that
Special
the young,
attention given to female protagonists.
Yeah, I like a strong female protagonist. Look at there. So she suspects that the young man from earlier in the game is the keeper of the apocalypse and charges us with capturing him to prove his innocence. So she thinks it's him, but she doesn't know for sure. She wants us to go grab him and find out. We then embark on an awesome, really funny quest in Windhurst where the Chibuki triplets are attempting to find their long-lost father.
You may have found it really funny, and I found it really tedious.
Really? I thought it was
Going
pretty
back
funny.
and forth in Windhurst, finding these fucking triplets, and they're like, because they're Tarataros, and they're annoying as shit. So I had to deal with like 6 cutscenes where annoying Tarataros are annoying as shit.
Yeah, they're trying to find their poppy who abandoned them at birth.
Puppy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking exactly. So Prish is hospitalized, and you give her your amulet, which appears to stabilize her condition. The boy we were looking for earlier is spotted in Soja, and we head there. We then battle Diabolos, which was a sweet fight in this game. The guy looks awesome.
Yeah. We finally got into Rise of the Xylart was the beginning of awesome stuff in 11.
Yes.
And I think it was around this fight here with Diablos that it was like, oh, there's actually potential in this game.
Yeah.
I think there's actually a reason why people like this game.
Right.
They're definitely bringing in the more... I guess we've had plenty of traditional Final Fantasy elements in the game, but this one especially with Diablos, and then later on, of course, we're getting the big, awesome fights that we're used to.
Yeah, it's becoming Final Fantasy finally, like in the realm of the boss fights.
Right.
We're starting to get stuff that we really do care about.
We're also getting cutscenes. And then it's just been doubled down.
Yeah, the cutscenes are a lot more interesting than 1.0, I guess we'll call it.
And even Rise of the Xylart, which we gave a pretty good review to.
Yeah, it was better than 11.
Yeah.
It just keeps going up from here. When we battle Diablos, we realize that we've been drawn into a dream world of his. The boy arrives and rescues Prish from this dream world. And we also find out that Tenzin, which is another one of our companions, the samurai-looking dude, has a blade that houses Phoenix, the summon, I guess. It's really odd. Phoenix requests help from Diablos, but is instead offered to stay in the dream world to avoid the shittiness of the actual world that's going to get destroyed. So the dream world will be fine. Diablos is a coward, whatever. It should be noted that Phoenix and Diablos are 2 of the 5 terrestrial avatars charged with the protection of Vana'diel. So that is what these guys are meant to do. So Diablos is kind of a douche for, just like, oh, we'll just avoid it. It can't be done. Instead of trying to do his job. The others are Carbuncle, Fenrir, and Bahamut. The party then seeks out Bahamut again, searching for more answers. We meet up with him, and we ask him for help.
Yeah.
And this is the part where he sends one of those dragons after us because he doesn't think we're worthwhile. You remember that? Where we have to fight that big dragon?
It was like to prove our worthiness.
Kinda. I think he actually wanted to kill us, though. And Bahamut, basically he wanted to wipe us out because he feels like we're wasting our time. He tells Phoenix that it's a waste of time and that the emptiness will win in the end. We then recognize the song that the Phoenix starts singing, and so does Bahamut and his worms. We find out that the emptiness is the will of the Twilight God, Promathia, who has cursed mankind for trying to reach paradise.
So there's something along with this song that's like the traditional song. It's almost like the prayer song in FF10. So,
yeah.
It's almost like the entire planet knows it somehow. And they all respect the song in some way.
Yeah, no one knows, not very many people know the whole thing, but
right.
Yeah, it is one of those things.
There's some parallels there.
That you can intend when they freaking got the whole world to sing it to calm Evray or whatever it was. That was really weird.
It was to calm Sin.
Oh, yeah, no, that's right, it was Sin. It was the end. Still, though, like, what kind of megaphones are they using?
I don't know, they did the same thing in FF3. Remember?
Yeah, I do remember. That's odd. That's odd that that's a thing that they do. I don't know. The songs. They just love the songs. Let's see. So Prish then reveals that she had an accident when she was a child, and she came into contact with a baptismal vessel that is deep below a church, which has stopped her from aging. So she's a lot older than she actually appears, which is good because she has the mouth of a fucking sailor in this game. So we travel to a statue of Promathia where he reveals that he desires resurrection and then death. Which is really odd, but that's his endgame. So the party heads to Soja and arrives at the Vazal Mother Crystal. Nagmalata and the boy both appear, and it's revealed that the baptismal vessel is actually the Eye of Altana, which is used to turn the emptiness into magicite. The amulet that we were given was once given to the Kalu by the Xylar to contain the darkness, and it also allows you to communicate directly with the mind of another. To shine, if you will. Yet again, this is another thing that 14 has. Yeah, we got the shining in here. We finally get the boy's name, although good luck pronouncing it. Solteus, I think. He's the sole survivor. Solteus, yeah, that sounds a little easier. He's the sole survivor of the disaster at El Teu that destroyed the place thousands of years ago. We wake up in Promathia again, and this is when we have to go rescue our party members, Tenzin, Lovrant, and Olmia, who have been captured within the darkness. We then meet up with Diablos and Prish and discover that Solteus came from the Altair to protect the celestial capital, which wasn't destroyed, only hidden behind the fifth mother crystal. So it's not. We've thought for thousands of years that the whole place is just wiped. One chunk is still just stashed away. So Prish then resolves to kill the Keeper of the Apocalypse, which will allow Bahamut to not kill everyone. Because Bahamut's freaking like taking the coward's way out, basically. Mm-hmm. So Prish goes missing again. This is something that happens all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
She's just like, everyone's like, where's Prish? Where is Prish? I'm like, did we really? I didn't even know we found her again. Like, I saw her for 2 seconds, and then she's gone.
Something about Prish she said earlier was that she swore like a sailor. I mean, the worst thing she says is hell and damn.
True, but I could sense that she wants more, but the writers just wouldn't give it to her. The script was there, and she obeyed.
Motherfucker! Like, she's, what's his name in Goodfellas?
Pesci?
Pesci, yeah, Joe Pesci.
Yeah. So...
I would like to see that.
That would be pretty awesome. Joe Pesci in a Final Fantasy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Come here.
Let's make that happen.
Yeah, that'd be great. So, the party splits up to investigate Prish's absence. We meet up with my favorite character in the expansion, a Galka named Jabos.
Who?
Jabos has what I'd imagine is the voice of Christian Bale's Batman as he speaks. And then pauses a lot.
Yeah, it's weird. I actually thought it was the one dorky, the kid in the wheelchair and Malcolm in the middle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's what you imagine when you...
So you got the dots in between your sentences here that I'm looking on your write-up. And so, like, the Malcolm in the middle character, he would always breathe in between, like, a couple words.
Nice.
And so that's what I imagined the Galka was talking like. Just kind of like your Batman thing, only a little lumpier. So he then pauses a bit. Let's go.
So
find Prish.
Yeah, that's basically how I was voiceovering him, except for I gave it to Batman.
Crystal.
That's
gonna. I'm about to pass out.
Yeah, no, it's surprisingly impossible to do. I got super lightheaded when I was running through the Jabos cutscenes. So he's been living with moblins, which are essentially goblins, for far too long, and the Beastmen have begun to
Couldn't get the copyright for goblins.
I guess not. Yeah, the name was taken. And the beasts have begun to think that they are the children of Promathia, so they think Promathia is their god. They believe they are, and they keep digging into this expectation. They're mining. They're trying to find more information. But Jabos knows the whole time that the Moblins were created long after Promathia had died. And, of course, they get super pissed when they find out. And they basically... Jabos has to leave because they fucking hate him for it. So he's joined up, and then I get a lot of awesome dialogue where I get to really wind myself, get lightheaded. We then find out that Prish has a bit of magicite stuck in her chest all of a sudden, which is probably just as uncomfortable as it sounds, I would imagine. There's just a thing. She runs off, and Bahamut is found beyond the sea of clouds, and Sid begins working on an airship that can reach him. This is I think this is the beginning of the wait the next day thing. Because Sid's like, I'll work on it. And then we have to wait. Prish is spotted in Juneau, and we had to find...
Do you think that Prish is going to have to like invent a thing
like Iron Man?
Like Iron Man that'll stop the Magicite from going into her heart?
Hopefully. So the NPCs, Tenzin, Louverance, who's a knight, Jabos, and Shiraki-Z. There's 3 of these. There's little tiger chicks.
Yeah.
All come to the conclusion that...
The people?
Yes.
The 12 R's in between every R they say in the dialogue.
They love to purr. And I love making a purr. So the Prish is the keeper of the apocalypse. And...
the apocalypse is nigh.
Yes. Who is intended to awaken the Twilight God using the power of song. I know. So Eshinataro reveals that defeating the Keeper of the Apocalypse will only set the darkness free to possess another. So this kind of feels like Diablo here.
A little bit.
And that the only way to break the cycle is to resurrect Promathia and defeat him, and defeat the god Promathia in front of the Mother Crystal. The party gets on Sid's airship, meets up with Prish and Bahamut. She reasons with Bahamut and reveals that she is no longer the Keeper of the Apocalypse, so it wasn't her after all, which is kind of a dumb plot twist.
And then Bahamut kills her anyway.
Yeah, and the true keeper is in Altair. Bahamut then reveals a crazy plan to destroy mankind in order to keep Promathia from enveloping everything and entering Vanadil. He then attacks us with Mega Flare, which is blocked by Tenzin and his Phoenix Blade, and we get out. We jump off the ship, basically. Or port, whatever it is. We failed to outright defeat Bahamut.
And we use the Warp Ring.
Yeah, we used the Warp Ring to get the fuck out of there. And Phoenix sacrificed herself, making old Tenzin's blade normal and boring. Sid mentions that a red light was shooting up from the Sea of Shumeo and sends us out to get supplies and study the Eye of Altana to repair the airship. The airship is hijacked by those 3 little Chibuki shits and Tenzin, who has gone rogue, because he was apparently instructed by Phoenix to kill the adventurer, which he can't do because he's too weak, especially when we have Bandrum in the party. And we then get teleported to the 5th Mother Crystal in Altair. And this is when it's starting to get crazy. The areas following this are like weird little glass floors that are water, and we're walking on top of it. And
yeah, Altair is one of the coolest areas in any Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, it's awesome looking.
For how boring this fucking game was, and even Rise of the Xylark had a couple cool areas, but like this expansion really, with Altair and with Hojia, we're looking at areas that have been well designed. The cool, like, you're walking on the water like Jesus, and it's crystal clear, and there's creatures down below that'll come up, and then you can find them there as well. Mm-hmm. And then there's these like stone, marble buildings, I guess, structures of bridges and stuff like that also clash with the water, and then we have the beautiful sky elements as well.
Yeah, oh yeah.
With this map, I love the way Altair looks.
Right. So once we get to Altair, we go around, we hit a few stones, get some cutscenes, and we're beckoned to the Grand Palace of Hojia, I guess. Hojia, yeah. We enter and regain the light of the 4 Mother Crystals. Celteus explains that the emptiness is extracted from the clue and has been manifested into Promathia, and has been sealed in the audience chamber. So this is when we know it's happening. This is the end here. Nag Malada breaks the seal and frees Promathia, and she's then swallowed into the emptiness, teaching him that all the children of Vanadil were born from Promathia, and the god attempts to get in. So this is you remember the crystal being broken into like 5 pieces, and that's what gave birth to the race. Yeah. Well, apparently Promathia is associated with it.
So Promathia is like tied up, almost like Anima in FF10. If I were to like make a
connection. With the chains, yeah.
So there's chains of Promathia.
Yeah, they're real. It's not just a phrase or whatever. He's chained.
He's not chained metaphorically.
Yeah, no,
literally chained down, and it's kind of a creepy image that Promathia.
Yeah, it is. It's like a chrysalis almost.
Yeah.
It's just like captured in this thing.
I mean, after the Hojia shit, which took for fucking ever to get through.
Oh yeah.
Quest wise, it was annoying. But after that, like, the cutscenes just got into fucking awesome mode.
Yeah, well, the reason why Hojia was so stressful was that we got on, we started doing it, we were taking our time, and then suddenly we got this message on the little chat bar down below. It's like, hey, maintenance is going to start in 2 hours or something like that, or an hour and a half. I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh, no, let's preface this with the fact that this is an area that if you go into and you die or you leave, you have to start from the beginning. And it's not only that, but it's also kind of a puzzly area where you have to move these little orbs that are going to move, or you have to protect these orbs that are going to move by themselves.
Yeah.
And it just takes a while.
Yeah, the wiki says give yourself 2 hours. Now, I would say an hour. 15, hour and a half.
We did it in an hour.
You gotta go though. You gotta look at everything, have it all planned out. Okay,
so we started it like fucking idiots, and then someone was like, the message came up, and then I don't remember who in the chat said it, but they were like, "Oh yeah, there's maintenance tonight."
Yeah, and I was
it was like the dawning. Oh shit.
Yeah.
We have like exactly 1 hour to get this fucking thing done. Thing that we were told, make time, like on the FF11 encyclopedia. It said, hey, hold on, guys, before you go in here, remember, this takes like 5 hours.
And the last time they said that to us, last time I remember, was FF14's cutscenes at the end, where it was literally 2 hours of cutscenes.
So we got, for the first time in this playthrough, we used to be this way with FF11, but then we kind of laxed. For the first time in this playthrough, we got into fucking business mode.
Yeah, there was no messing around.
Yeah, I got the map out, and Critical had the charge of the orb, and then everybody would run ahead and be like, okay, the next time we're going on a right turn here. He's gonna go right.
Yeah.
And then we'd run ahead, go right, kill the dudes before the orb gets there.
Yeah, it sucks because the dudes resurrect themselves. They have a chance to come back to life.
Some of them will, and so we had to deal with that. And man, we had 15 minutes left and a 5-minute cutscene.
Yeah, and I didn't know how long the cutscene was either. We get there, and there's just a cutscene. I'm like, fuck, trying to read it. Come on, don't do this.
So that was crazy. That was a crazy moment. That's the most remembered moment from Promathia. It was like, there's maintenance! Holy fuck!
Yeah, the maintenance is not okay. But we made it, though, which is good. And anyway, after all that's revealed about Promathia, we see the cool cutscene with them. We join Prish in the Imperial Paradox, where Celteus attempts to slow Promathia down, so they've already basically started the fight. And then we join in.
Is that the big area with the yellow crystals and the huge kind of interdimensional thing?
Yeah, where there's stars everywhere.
Jeez Louise, the areas in this fucking expansion are fucking amazing.
Yeah, this area was bitchin' looking. We were basically just floating in space. There's all this crystal imagery. There's Promathia, this massive god. All these people are fighting him. And it just looks phenomenal. Like this, it looks way better than any sort of battle arena that we've seen thus far, I'd say. It's great. Super stoked. So yeah, then we enter the fight. When Promathia reaches his end, Prish casts the Star of Tavnazia at him, and it unleashes the light of the Mother Crystals, allowing the tears of Altana to rain down upon us. Promathia is crushed and returns to the Mother Crystal. Emptiness is then revealed as the physical manifestation of death itself, and even the god Promathia cannot face the darkness. He loses to it. He dies, of course. We then again learn about the origins of Andil, all of its races, the crystal shattering, blah, blah, blah. Everyone goes their separate ways, and Prish's magicite melts away, making her mortal once again, so she can age. I'm imagining soon it'll be kind of like, spoilers here for Game of Thrones, Melisandre in Season 6, where she takes the necklace off, she's like all haggard, like as scary as the lady from The Shining.
Yeah, actually,
that's pretty gross.
Well, she's not.
She's not like slimy
and
rotting, but she's old. So
Yeah.
hopefully Prish will be like this super old, like crotchety
I don't
woman.
think so. Something tells me she's just gonna start where she's at.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, a few things about this thing. We had some problems with some quests, not just Soja. We had some directional problems in the earlier missions in this.
Yeah.
But otherwise, there was a lot of gameplay going on, as well as a lot of cutscenes in Promathia. And I would say what we've seen so far is that FF11 was almost entirely gameplay. The missions, whatever your missions were, we did the fast talk missions.
Yes.
And then Rise of the Xylart, more cutscenes, but still like a lot of gameplay. And here, I think we actually struck a pretty good balance. Near the end, there was a lot of cutscenes, but that's kind of what you want in a Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, you need it.
If we hated cutscenes, we would not be Final Fantasy fans. So, it's kind of the balance there. But now in Ergon, it is cutscenes.
Yeah, there's a lot of cutscenes.
So we've like swung. It's like they're trying to make up time for FF11, or they're trying to make up something. I don't know what it is, but they're like, hey, you remember when you didn't have any story before? Well, now we're going to give you only story and no gameplay. And it is actually kind of frustrating that it swung in that direction, and it certainly started here with Promathia. But I'm not going to complain about Promathia, because I think Promathia, not only did it give us a lot of really good lore, but especially the tail end of Promathia, the incredible new areas, Promathia himself, the boss fights since Diablo's on. I thought this expansion was excellent, and I would be surprised if I think Ergon is better. But
well, I think I like the story in Ergon more, and I know you're not a big fan of it, but I really love the characters so far.
We'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, the freaking, what's her name? Oh, fuck, I can't remember her name.
Najal or Naja?
Naja, yeah. I think she's hilarious. Okay. But no, it is a total swing, and I do agree. I think Promathia did strike it just about right. There's a lot of parts where we have to go grind for a certain item to continue, and those are stressful because drop rates they're all over the place. I mean,
sometimes they're like nothing, and then sometimes they take
hours. Yeah. Sometimes I'll walk up, kill the one guy, and I get it. And other times, it's not that way at all. So that was a little stressful, but with 5 of us playing, I mean, we hit it pretty fast. We just go off in our own separate areas.
Considering that usually, for these expansions back in the day especially, I know they had the Japanese Midnight thing at least, but also your level cap was at a certain place, and then if you were above a certain level, the mission would put you down below that. So let's be clear here that it is a much easier expansion to get through quickly than it ever was. And it's probably the same with Ergon. I'm sure like going through the small areas in Ergon used to be pretty fucking sick. But now it's like nothing. Now you just invisible yourself and sneak yourself, and then rarely you get a true sight guy, but either way, he's like 15 levels below you so far. Now, I don't know what Wings of the Goddess or, the next expansion. I don't know what they have in mind. We might actually get to an expansion that's difficult.
There's a fight coming up in Ergon that you're going to have a little bit of trouble with.
Oh, you think so?
I was pretty weak by the end.
Oh, okay.
But I agree, though. So far, we just trounce it. We just go through, and it's like the only reason why we need Bandrum is because it's like, all right, well, we can make this take 10 minutes, or we can make this take 2 minutes. What are we going to choose? We're going to choose 2 minutes, because we know there's an hour cutscene.
Yeah, and we haven't seen Mizara in a while. I don't know why. He must have gotten busy, but it was the same way in Rise of the Xylart with Mizara. He just
he's the bringer of the apocalypse.
That's true.
Not anybody in this expansion.
But there was something about this expansion, especially the second half, that I fucking loved. And it just felt like Final Fantasy again. I mean, FF11 has been Final Fantasy, but it's been like this NES Final Fantasy. Yeah. And this almost feels right. This feels like it should be FF11. Yeah. Between FF10 and FF12, although, the cutscenes aren't as high quality as they are in FF10, they're still they're getting there.
Yeah, they are. And they're adding a lot more memorable stuff. I mean, the problem with some of the MMOs is looking up and being like, all right, well, let's do an episode on this. And it's like, well, okay, let's go back. Let's make sure we're not going to miss anything. And with like FF10, no problems. FF12, no problems. FF11, major fucking problems when we came to it the first time. It was like, oh geez, when was that? When did we do this? Like what? The thing where we got the eggs for that one guy? Like what? Oh god. And it's very helpful to have something interesting like Chains of Promathia, something that's just epic looking. It's not just the same steppe climate that we've gotten so tired of looking at. We're going around to all the nations again. We're finding new areas and invested in characters. I think Prish is one of the best characters we've gotten thus far in the game.
Yeah, I think you're right.
As far as entertainment value, and just she knows that she's probably going to die. She's been being groomed for death basically forever, and she's fine with it. Like, she's kind of pissy, but she accepts what needs to happen, and it ends up not happening, of course. But the strength that she shows is, it's great. It's good character development, and it's something that was tough to feel in the earlier game with 11. Like this character Sid, like I can't really imagine how Sid would be as a person. Like God damn it. I can't give him a voice other than FF10 Sid because it's what I default to. It's the closest thing to this.
Oh, it's also the easiest voice to do, probably.
Yeah. But with her, I feel like there's great development going on. So I'm excited to see.
Well, she's just interesting. That's the difference between
her
and many other characters in a lot.
She is interesting, that's for sure.
One thing I want to mention on kind of the negative side on both this Rise of the Xylart, FF11 and FF14. And it's just kind of the way, as far as I can tell, having played only these two MMOs, seems to be kind of the MO of MMOs. The stories they're and then stories.
Yeah, this happens and then this happens.
This happens and then this happens and then this happens. They're not necessarily connected. They may be connected via one character, but we don't have a good arc that makes it feel like one solid story. The second half of this game feels like a solid story.
Yeah.
But like just doing the little things like, oh, and then go find this piece for this thing, and then do this thing for this thing. And I know it's because of the way the game is structured, because they're quests. It's all based on like old D&D and stuff like that. There's that kind of structure.
Yeah, that mentality of you got to go questing.
Yeah, and we don't get that with the single player Final Fantasy games.
Not really, no.
Because single player Final Fantasy games are almost written like we must serve the story.
Yeah.
And these games we have a story that goes here and then here, then here, then here, so that the player can go here, then here, then here, then here,
right,
and do some new stuff.
But it's not meant to be played that way. Like, we're not playing it right, necessarily. If we were to really play 11, we'd probably take forever on it.
You would take forever on it, and I'm not even sure if you would remember what happened in the last
That's the problem with some MMOs. If you don't just play the story, you forget it.
Yeah. Which I think is just a weakness with what we've seen in these two MMOs. I don't know if it's the same in other MMOs. I think it might be.
Yeah, really MMOs. For me, it's just about the gameplay.
Not so much a storytelling medium.
Not necessarily. You can have awesome stuff.
They certainly tried in this one.
And there's great stuff in it.
But
it's, like you say, it doesn't have a standard story structure, and it can be pretty disjointed if you just play the story nonchalantly. Like, oh, well, let's go do this. I'm in the area. I'll grab the story mission. Like, what happened 10 hours ago when I got the first half of this cutscene? Like,
well, Schweiss, we're going to do our rankings again.
All right.
And you're going to rank it against the missions. So the whole Shadow Lord storyline.
All right, Shadow Lord storyline.
Versus the Rise of the Xylart storyline versus Chains of Promathia.
All right. Number 3, I'm going to put the missions, the Bastok missions.
Okay. So FF11.
FF11, yeah. At the bottom of this. Then I'm going to easily put Xylart, and then number 1 thus far, Chains of Promathia, I'd say pretty hands down.
Okay.
Xylart wasn't bad, but this one I feel like they did a damn good job with character development, and I enjoyed learning more about some of the lore. It was good.
Yeah, the lore was cool, and I would say just cutscene quality and area quality and quest quality as well, except for the fucking drops in the middle of that.
Yeah, those were kind of stressful. And the quests are like, some of them are they're huge, like days. We took like
Yeah.
a full night,
I
like
think it
5
was
hours on
6.5 or 5.5. Which
one of those.
One
Was
of those.
huge,
The
man.
3-parter and gigantic.
And we were not really messing up, I don't think. Just
not
hours.
really.
So.
It just took a while.
Yeah.
But yeah. Promathia so far best expansion in FF11. I have heard from other people that this is the best expansion in FF11.
Really?
It seems to be the genuine consensus. I've heard that Ottergon is good, but then I've heard Wings of the Goddess is bad. That's just what I've heard through various little things.
I think we started. We might have started Wings of the Goddess when we went to that new area. I can't remember if that's the one we started or not.
No, if we started it, then we started it, whatever.
Yeah.
But we're going to finish Ottergon first.
Yeah, we also have one more quest that kind of tidies everything up between...
Xylar and Chains of Promathia.
Yeah, we're going to try to get that in the next time everyone's available.
Mm-hmm.
It's one that's unlocked, though, so it's not explicitly part of it. But
it also takes a Japanese midnight, so it will take 2 days.
Oh, damn God. Okay.
There's 3 quests in a row that finish it up.
Well, we'll give you guys the review of that, probably in conjunction.
If there's anything to say, yeah.
If there is, yeah. But let it be known, we are going to do it. It will be done. It's just it doesn't really list it necessarily in the game.
It's not official. Okay, so this is what's confusing here about this. It's called Apocalypse 9, I believe is what the quest is called.
Yeah.
In order to do that, you got to do a quest called, I believe it's Shadow of the Departed, and before that, there's another quest that has a similar godly title.
Yeah.
And in order to start that quest, you have to get to the last cutscenes so far of Promathia and Rise of the Xylar.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can start that quest. And then one of those quests, you got to wait till Japanese midnight before you can go into Apocalypse 9.
Okay.
Which then has a thing. But it's a quest. It's not a mission.
Yeah.
But when you're done with those quests, the missions of Chains of Promathia and Xylar will say that you're finished, apparently.
Yeah.
The game will tell you that you're done with those expansions.
It's like tying a bow on the end of it, basically.
But it's a quest and not a mission?
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, but I want the
hog status.
The hog status and the points. What are they? The records of evidence points for completing everything. So.
All right.
That out of the park.
Well, Schweiss, we do have some questions, so why don't we take a break and get to that?
Let's do it. You got to take a sec?
Yeah, I'm going to pull up the questions on my phone.
I got them over here, too. If you need them from me.
Have we no listeners right now?
No, dude. No one's on the Twitch stream. It's kind of weird, huh?
Yeah, it is weird.
Not popular.
Maybe they got sick of your emails.
Probably, yeah, because I'm jumping on every 2 seconds trying to get shit done.
Did you get on this morning?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, well, there you go. That's why we don't have it. I don't think it sends out multiple emails. I think it just sends out one. And so, like, you probably got one for FF11.
Yeah. Well, we're also starting. We did start a little early, too. We say 11, but it usually turns into, like, 11:30.
We are going to go in fucking order.
Oh, yeah. No. I've got them. I've got 3 of them pulled up, or 4 of them.
Okay. Ever think of doing an ASMR special episode?
Yep. That's what we'll start with, and then I did all the way up to redeemable characters.
So
or no.
You got 3 then.
Young characters, sorry.
Just do 3. 3's enough. We were already at an hour.
All right. You good?
You got a question for us, Steve?
Yes.
I'll pull that up. How about that?
Okay.
I'll pull up the answers to that while we're in this. Okay. You got the jingle. Sorry. I know you have like a million things, dude.
No, you're good. I had to close the window down because I got all fucked up. It was like tiny and in my fucking search bar. All right, good.
Sometimes.
Oh, man. Thank you guys so much for getting on our new forums and asking your questions on there.
Oh, my God.
Not like you have much of a choice.
I just realized I have a spelling mistake in the forums.
Yeah.
It says questions from Is to you.
I saw another one somewhere too, but
Oh,
I can't remember
fuck!
where it is.
Damn it.
I don't recall.
My fucking typos. Fuck!
All right,
Questions from Is to you?
That's good.
Fuck! God fucking damn it. I'm pissed about this, dude.
Yeah?
Like, I'm legitimately pissed off at it. I'll have to fix this shit.
I enjoy it. I love it. So this one is from Shinru on the forums.
From you to us, yes.
Ever think of doing an ASMR special episode? Basically, remember how unique the cooking episodes were? It was something fun to try for a special episode. I was thinking of what if you guys try to do an ASMR episode of UFF? Basically, you would talk softly and whisper for the whole episode and transition without the loud music, without talking loudly at all during the episode. I don't know, I just thought this would be something...
Like this.
It would be something unique for you guys to try.
And today we're going to review Chains of Promathia.
Apparently, it really helps
Relax.
to relax and get sleepy for when they're going to go to bed. I thought this might be cool. Tell us what you think.
I don't think that would suit our show very well.
No, I
It would
don't.
be a throwaway episode.
Yeah.
Now please, close your eyes.
Listen to the sound of my voice.
No.
You are relaxed.
It's a very interesting idea, Shuru, but I don't think it's not for this show. That's for damn sure.
You unbutton your shirt slowly.
Oh, that's a sexy time.
Controlling. That's it. Yeah, no, that's really odd, dude. I don't know any of our shows. I don't know if that would work for any of them, but whatever. I think it'd be fun to test our audio equipment out and like do the little ear to ear thing and like do little scratches and like, oh, can you feel my hand on the inside of your ear? Do you feel me scratching you on the inside? Anyway, so we got another one here from Strike Knight 130. Original Noctis and FF versus 13 or FF15 Noctis? Ooh. Which version of Noctis do you like better? The original or the newly introduced Noctis, and why?
Well, I feel like I haven't really gotten to know either one.
Yeah, I think it just means character design. Which I feel like they're pretty similar.
They are very similar. I am thinking... I don't know. Does he have any other references down there, or is?
No, it's just.
I know there's like a video or something that compares the two, which I have not seen, despite having been tweeted it. I'm
gonna go with the new one. I think they kind of.
Well, the new one looks great, and I think the old one looked great too, but it does look a little older.
It looks like it's not quite as up to the times as all.
Yeah,
like, it looks like 06 kind of a thing. The like emo and black. Everything phase that was going on. Admittedly, Noctis is still that way, but I do kind of feel, I don't know, I feel like this one's a little more modernized, and I like it. It looks better because it's for PS4 now, not PS3, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll strike that down as 2 votes for FF15 Noctis. We'll call that good.
All right.
Ooh, Final Fantasy Mobius is the title of this next one. Salty. This one is from Brainsformer. I know you don't review mobile games.
Nope. Okay, moving on.
But any thoughts
Next
on
question.
Mobius? Job system was fun, and it's like an FF card game with visuals. Let's see, Branny said he's played it, so let's see what Branny has to say. I haven't downloaded Mobius yet. I did play some more Exvius, Brave Exvius. It's fucking names, man. And I think it's still fun. I enjoy the battles. I jump on and get my daily login bonus every day. And, I do my little dungeon fights, try to spend my energy for the day. And yeah, it's good. It's good. I haven't downloaded Mobius, but Branny says he's been playing it in short intervals. His tablet hates it, but his phone doesn't mind. He likes it so far, but he does view it as another cash grab. He'd rather pay for a full game instead of a free one with microtransactions. So this one sounds kind of like what we were afraid of, and the reason why we didn't want to touch mobile games is because they can be this way.
There's a million fucking reasons why not to touch mobile games. First off, they are definitely a cash grab. I know that they're appealing to especially a Japanese audience, and I guess the story we always hear is
Yeah.
that they're on trains all day, and that's the only games that they can really play are on their phone. And that's fair, but at the same time, they have not shown with the Final Fantasy games until recently, with Record Keeper and with Exvius, I guess. They have not shown us a game that has not been pay to play up the ass so far with Square Enix. Maybe the Japanese only Before Crisis was different. I don't know because that one never came here. But so far, Final Fantasy Dimensions I've heard is a fucking terrible $30 game.
Yeah.
That is also filled with pay-as-you-go stuff, and I can't imagine that mobile games are going to move away from that at all. These games aren't true Final Fantasy games. They're not really made by the Square, like the
team.
The teams.
Yeah,
right?
they're not. They're contracted out.
Yeah.
Like these are, and that doesn't mean they can't be good games. Square Enix is by no means the only company that can make a good game.
That's true.
In fact, they can make a lot of shit if they put their minds to it.
If only we put our minds to it.
Yeah, we can make the worst game ever. Now, I don't think any of those are that bad that I've played so far, but that is kind of the nature of it, and I don't know. Maybe I'll download it this week and give it a try at work. I would recommend Exvius though. I think that one's fun, and a lot of people swear by Record
Yeah, and I'm
Keeper.
waiting for a review of it, guys. Come on, get with the program here.
Yeah, don't make me do it. We'll open up a shitstorm for everybody else.
Contracting it out to Jake.
Yeah, either that or I can like distort my voice, so I'm like deep throat. That's the God. Isn't that the guy's name in that movie? Deep Throat?
You mean the guy, the FBI guy?
Who tipped off
the reporters of the Washington Post?
Yeah.
During the Watergate scandal?
That is his name, right?
That's what they called him.
Okay, Deep
years.
Throat. Yeah, I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, his name is actually out there. After he died, it was released.
Oh, cool. Yeah, guy's awesome.
Um,
Great movie, All the President's Men.
Well, All the President's Men, which is about that, is a great movie. But they honestly did call him Deep Throat.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I remember there's a part in Metal Gear Solid 2, I think, where one of the informants is named Deep Throat, and they say it, and I could not stop laughing when I was 15, 16 playing it.
Well, it was a reference to the famous pornographic film Deep Throat.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, it was the big cultural porno movie that everybody went and saw.
Oh, that's funny. They would call him that, basically.
So it was around that. I'm surprised you didn't know this.
No, I didn't know that.
Okay.
I had a feeling that's what his name was because I remember
Modern American history.
I remember watching the movie and being like, "Oh, that's actually what they called him. That's weird."
Yeah,
but no,
that's funny. From what I've read, that movie is, and the book that it's based on is really accurate.
Yeah, I would imagine that would be how you'd have to keep a story like that and keep yourself safe because some bad shit can happen with those informants out there, as we probably seen.
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for the questions. We did ask a fancy little question from us to you last week. I say we dive into that here.
Let's do it. All right. So our question from us to you, and by the way, the winner gets a very special prize.
Still not gonna announce what the prize is?
We might as well.
All right. So here's what happened, guys. Joe and I sat down and we said, "Look, Joe had some extra money, and I just have some element of disposable income." And we sat down and said, all right, what's the next year of Final Fantasy gaming looking like? So we picked up the games. Now, I forgot that Joe was going to pick up a second copy of one game, Tactics Advance 2 for the DS. Because I have 2 copies of Tactics Advance because I didn't realize
And we were going to trade.
We were going to trade, yes. Shipment comes in, and there's fucking 3 copies of Advance 2 in the box. I'm like, what? Oh, my God. And I thought about it, and I was like, I thought we talked about it. I didn't realize you ordered it. And so then we weren't sure what we were going to do. I was thinking about selling it back. And then Joe's like, well, how about we just split it and give it out as a prize for something? And then we started doing the Rotten Tomatoes thing.
So it'll be a brand new copy
Yeah.
of Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2.
Yes.
If you already have it, it's too bad. We're going to send it to you anyway.
Yep.
So the question was, and we'll find out in a few weeks, and certainly we don't have a Rotten Tomato score for the movie. We'll adjust our contest. But it depends on how many critics review it.
Yeah.
But my question was, what do you think the Rotten Tomatoes score for Kingsglaive is going to be? And the closest winner will, of course, get a prize. Now, if y'all guess the same, we're going to have to pull it out of a hat or something like that. But plenty of you guys answered this question. And I'm excited to get through to these. Timeverse first says, I'm going to go with a respectable 69%.
Ooh.
I promise I didn't do that on purpose. My guess comes from how well Advent Children was received, which I think only has 7 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. So,
well, I don't know. Okay, go ahead.
And bumped it up a considerable score. Been notified by my friends overseas that the movie was 100 times better than Advent Children. As a fan of the series, I know for a fact that the movie will be a hit for me. As for critics, that's another story. Best of luck, everyone else. Hey, 69 is that a fresh still?
Yeah, 60's fresh.
So, yeah.
Advent Children has a 33, by the way.
Oh wow, that was adjusted. I have seen it fresh before, years ago.
It's a 33.
Oh wow,
so,
wow.
Well received there. That's real well. All right,
well, maybe well received by fans. I don't know.
Oh, definitely well received by fans. Come on.
Well,
with all the hate mail we get.
So Stallis says 64% fresh. And he says, I think that number might be a little high. Jacob Wright, our dear friend from Super Sexy Swinging Fanfiction, gives it a 48. Jacob, you are not allowed to get this prize. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Even though shipping would be greatly,
It would be pretty cheap, It'd be 2 cents for me to go over there.
Shinru gives a guess of 72%. Shori says, I saw the trailer on YouTube. I think it will be at least an 80.
Ooh, wow.
I mean, the new trailer is pretty good, but did you see the old trailer? Because it was shit, in my opinion. The sound was fucking off.
Yeah, it looks...
Who the fuck put this thing out?
That was pretty bad. I noticed that. Looks like Strike Knight. He thinks it's going to be a 22. The Hound, awesome. Thinks it's going to be a 55. Matunica, our
only
good
one
friend.
chicken.
62%. He doesn't think the critics are going to like it, so he's adjusting it based on. He's actually trying to win the
Remember,
prize.
this is about what the critics will think, not about what you will think.
Yeah, you got to remember that. You can't vote with your heart. Knox Knight 88 says 56%. Corey suggests a 41. Baindrum, oh damn! Baindrum says, well, I sincerely hope that I am wrong in this competition. I fear for the success of this movie, even if I am sure I can enjoy it. 13%.
You can enjoy any movie you put your mind to.
That man can't. Okay, some of the movies he's
true,
like, oh yeah, I love this movie. I'm like, dude, that movie's horrible. What are you talking about? Light Sage gives it guesses a 60. Sketty 38.
All right, I'll take it from here. Shinru is who already guessed a 72. Shinru says, "Wait, are we talking about audience score or critic score? Audience score could be 80%, while critic score could be 40. We are of course talking about the Rotten Tomato score, which is the critic score. There are other scores on Rotten Tomatoes, but what I found out was actually one of the guys behind Rotten Tomatoes, Matt Ashby, shows up on one of my shows I listen to that I plug all the time. It's Adam Carolla show.
Yeah.
And he talked about how
because they need to be plugged.
When they are asked if they can use a quote or the Rotten Tomato score for a movie, some have asked for Topps critic score and some have asked for audience score, and they do not allow it. They said there's only one Rotten Tomato score. The other scores are just fun to look at. So the Rotten Tomato score, as it is for this contest and as it is for Rotten Tomatoes, is
all critics.
The critic score.
Yeah, it's all critics. Yeah. That is probably the fairest way to do it. I mean, honestly, you got to take everyone that's reputable and put all their scores in.
So I'm not going to count that 40% as a guess, Shinra. But although, yeah, maybe I should have been more exact earlier. Gabranth says 77%.
Ooh, positive.
And Branny says 74. Why? By the way, welcome back, Branny. I know we've said that like 6 times on the show.
No, it's funny because we like came back and we deleted the old forums.
All right. Felicia Nomiko says, "Are we talking about the user score or the critic score?" Hell, I'll just guess at both.
Safe bet there. That's good.
Yeah, Felicia. Sorry, I gotta write your name down here.
She put 38% for the critic score and 67% for users. Okay.
All right. Big ass flying whale. Love that name, by the way. 80%, and also the line "fuck Rotten Tomatoes." I love Rotten Tomatoes, man. Even for there are plenty of movies that I love that are in the rotten range. It doesn't hurt my feelings if someone else doesn't like the movie that I like.
Yeah.
Usually, unless it's like a movie that I like can't fathom that someone wouldn't like. But even then, I should probably grow out of that. But 80%, huh?
That's pretty ballsy.
Yeah. Are you saying fuck Rotten Tomatoes with the 80% because fuck them, they're not going to give them 100%?
I think he's saying 80%.
Or fuck them, I believe they deserve 80%, but the critics probably won't do that, in which case, why the fuck did you put 80%?
Because he's
big-ass flying whale.
He doesn't give a fuck, that's why.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fair. Abrak says he'll go with a respectable 42%. Ooh, that is not respectable on that side, but that is a respectable guess. Will Flores says 75%. M. Bastion says 89% critics and 98% users, and he says it's gonna be awesome. And our last guess and the final guess, and by the way, I'm writing all these down. You can't edit them later or anything like that.
Yeah, this is the end.
This is in concrete evidence form here through the podcast and through this piece of paper in my hands. The last guess is 52% from Skull Hottie. So, guys, thank you for your guesses. The winner will get a free copy of Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2.
Yeah, if you already have it, you can always resell it. It's like, I don't know, $20, $15.
Feel fucking free. And by the way, guys, something about this new forum, it's fast. And it works on a phone.
Yeah,
and
so
it's beautiful.
Jump on. I know a lot of people abandoned the last rendition of the forums, the last manifestation.
This will be the final manifestation.
We're not going to mess with it anymore. We can't do
If we mess with it, we're not going to get rid of things or move things.
Yeah, we're in a good position right now.
We will fix spelling errors.
Yeah, well, we're in a good position right now where we know what we have, we know what we want, and if something doesn't work out, we can just get rid of it. The old forums, to do that, it would have been a lot, and it's not even worth it. So please jump on, guys. It's great. It's a lot faster. Stuff actually shows up when you comment.
Yes,
it's phenomenal. No dual posting.
I found out why that was doing that, but it was also the thing that was making the other side bearable.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah. So there's this thing called caching. Like your browser does caching, and then your web server does caching, and then the site itself does its own caching. Mm-hmm. And it's basically saving an image of the site that you'll go onto, and because that image is already saved,
it'll still show it in its previous
faster.
Form.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I see what it's.
And with large sites, you definitely need caching. Now, the reason why most people, I found it out way too fucking late. The reason why most people put forums on a subdomain is because they don't do caching on the forum.
Right, so it updates instead of showing the previous version.
Yeah, well, some caching they can still do, but they don't do full caching.
Okay.
But on the site, you need the caching.
Yeah.
Because there's images and there's fucking a million posts, and those posts are a lot more hefty than the HTML that happens when you do a forum post.
Right, yeah.
So you need the caching on one thing and you don't need it on the other thing.
Right, so you set up the forums as a subdomain so that we could pull that off.
Yeah, and then I also put a whole bunch of speed booster things. By the way, you can upload your images now. And you can message each other. I put that on, and then I also put a bunch of other things that are supposed to speed up the site, and they have.
Yeah.
So the forum's working well. It's God, I love this new forum.
Yeah, it's great, dude.
It's nice. I can just like check it on my phone, and I don't feel like I used to not post very often on the other one because it was such a pain.
Right. Yeah.
And I felt bad because like our site's fucking slow, and people are getting on the forums, and like we used to have like a shitload of people on the really old forums.
Oh yeah, it was hugely
and
active.
Despite our show being like way bigger than it used to be, less people were getting on the forums.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God for those people, by the way, who did that.
Yeah,
who were still willing to get on the forum despite it taking like 6 seconds a page to load. But now we got this nice new forum, and it's wonderful, and a whole bunch of people put in their Rotten Tomatoes scored guesses, and I want to thank you very much for that. Schweiss, do we have any iTunes reviews?
Well, we do.
Before we ask our final question from us to you.
Yeah, I guess we can read those first.
All right.
Kind of an odd setup, but yeah.
It's not an odd setup. It's right there.
I don't like it.
Because the last thing we do is ask the question, and then they can just get on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
All right.
Hang on.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, go for it. Do you hear that? That was nice. That was nice and short. It wasn't a Black Sabbath cover. And we have reviews. Got a couple here from the United States of America. First one here is titled Magical by Stolas.
Oh, thanks, Stolas.
It's magical. That's all that needs to be said.
Is that really all that needs to be said, though?
5 stars. Apparently not for the second reviewer, who is a FedEx driver. It's the name of the thing. It's awesome. Absolutely amazing podcast. I'm a FedEx driver and listen to podcasts all day. I look forward to their shows every week. If you're a fan of Final Fantasy and video games, then definitely give these guys a shot. Also check out Nude Clan, their other podcast. It's a fantastic podcast that covers a more wide range of games. Both are 5-star shows and are worth a listen if you're a fan of games.
Hey, thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, FedEx driver, and also Stolas for those.
Yeah.
From the US of A. Do we have another one?
We do. We have one from UK here. This one's from Ollie Walton. After listening to 3 episodes back to back, I now consider myself hooked and can't wait to work my way through the rest of the content. The show is extremely entertaining and informative. I highly recommend this to any fans of the FF franchise. Also, I've quickly checked out their YouTube channel, and that's definitely worth exploring too.
It's like the same thing, but thank you.
Well, we got a ton of gameplay that's on there.
It's just like a shitload of unedited gameplay, yes.
Yeah, it's sloppy.
Ollie Walton, thank you very much for your review, and I, of course, apologize on Caleb's behalf for the destruction of
your native tongue.
The British accent. Yeah, he could be like Welsh or something. He'll just be really pissed off at you.
Hopefully he's pissed. So my question from us to you this week, guys, to wrap everything up this week.
I am sorry.
Oh, did you miss
for
one?
Stopping you.
Did you miss?
I didn't miss one, but me and you have not put down a guess.
Oh, you're right. Okay, we got to do our own guesses. You're gonna write yours first?
I'm gonna write mine first.
All right, Joe's writing his, so I can't just piggyback. Okay. I'm gonna give it a 41.
41. Why do you say a 41?
Because Advent Children is infamous in the eyes of the critics. I do believe this one will be better, though, and that's why I'm giving it a higher percentage. But I, as a long-time, I don't know, negative person, I guess. What is the word I'm looking for? It's cynic. Cynic, yeah. A long-time cynic. I'm going to go 41. And hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong.
Oh, everybody hopes they're wrong if they put down a low score.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go with the bad choice. Okay. What about you? What's your rank?
I put down a nice 53%.
53. Okay.
Here's the thing. I think that the visuals alone, which are fantastic.
Oh yes, so very much. Yes.
Are enough to push enough critics to give it a positive review, and they'll remark negatively on the story or whatever.
Okay.
So I believe, from my experience with having seen what Rotten Tomatoes does with movies, I think that they will give it enough positives that we're going to be in that mid-range. I believe we're going to be. I'm putting down a 53%. So
Okay.
Skull Hottie's at 52, and me and him, and the Hound is at 55. So I'm in between them.
Looks like I got
53%.
the same one as Corey on there.
Yeah, you got the same one as Corey, which is fine. We don't get to have the prize anyway, but it will be interesting to see like how close we are.
Yeah.
It will be. All right. So what is your question from us to you? Sorry for cutting you off twice.
Oh, you're fine. The question from us to you this week is, who's your favorite character in Final Fantasy XI? Favorite NPC, favorite main character? I know this is going to be kind of a limited release sort of a question where not everyone's going to have a favorite character, but...
Certainly, if you played Final Fantasy XI, get on the forum and answer that.
Yeah, let us know, even if you haven't beaten the whole game, if you're not as caught up as us, who do you like the most so far and why? Who's the best developed, who's the most entertaining? What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right, Schweiss. Well, I think that's going to be it. We have to go record Nude Clan real quick. Let's do our plugs. YouTube.com/Ultima Final Fantasy, Facebook.com/Ultima Final Fantasy, Twitch.tv/Ultima Final Fantasy.
Check it out. FF11 all day, every day.
You can support us on Patreon. $1 a month gives you the episodes as soon as we're done mixing.
We do owe you guys a couple bumper stickers. Trying to get them ordered. Places being a real pain in the ass. We'll get them though.
And I think next week we're going to start thanking the new Patreon donors. So if you don't want us to say your name, give us a message.
Yeah, please do.
Everything can be found at ultimafinalfantasy.com, including, by the way, our personal blogs.
Yeah, we got some blogging going on. It's fun.
Links to our other shows, Nude Clan, which is, of course, just a general, and I say general, video game podcast loosely.
Yes.
It's an amazing show. It's my favorite show that we do on the network, and that's hard to say because this is where we started. We started at UFF, but I feel like Nude Clan has become something special. So check out Nude Clan. Check out Super Sexy Swinging Fanfiction. If you love the fanfiction from the past, we got fanfiction in the future.
Yeah, past, present, and future.
Yeah, past, present, and future. And last but definitely not least, except in Schweiss's eyes, the Godzilla Podcast, which will have a new episode by the time this is out. So if you love Godzilla, if you love old kaiju movies like me and Drew do, check us out. And until then, guys, sorry, I got like the hiccups or something. Until then, see you guys next week.
Yes. Oh, yes. Enjoy the podcast grind.
This has been another production of Ultima Final Fantasy, the Ultimate Final Fantasy Podcast. The show is produced by Joseph Golier and Kate Schweiss, with music and editing by Joseph Golier, parodies and clips from their respective authors, of course. You can get all of our episodes as well as our lectures. You can also contact us on Twitter at UFF Podcast, as well as our contact page on our website. Be sure to subscribe and review our podcast. Your reviews may get read on the show, and look forward to the next episode of Ultima Final Fantasy, the Ultimate Final Fantasy Podcast.
All right, guys. Thanks for checking out the YouTube. Someone's here on the Twitch, really.
This is really odd.
I know it is. We will catch you guys soon enough. I'll be on for some FF11 later on tonight.
Peace.
See you then.